Welcome to
MMABuzzed.
Episode 4. What's up, guys?
Okay, so big news that just popped. Again, you can make a little pop joke. Was John Jones' B sample came up positive. So 4-year ban is probably incoming. Career's probably.
They're trying to do a lifetime ban, which is.
We'll see if that happens.
If he's been cheating this whole time, I honestly hope he gets a lifetime ban.
DC versus John Jones Part 2 overturned.
So we'll break it down on the aspect of what he just said. So the fight's officially a no contest, and as of, I think it was about an hour ago, the UFC has officially said that DC has retained this title, and I think it's pretty big implications on the aspect of now we need to take a bigger look at John Jones' legacy and pretty much what it's affected. Now, the John Jones lover, which we'll take a step back. Let's put the guns on real quick.
Let me at him.
Cage animals.
Take it down a notch. Take it down a notch.
Jake, try to defend your boy if that's even possible.
There's a lot of people in the UFC right now.
John Jones.
Take it down a notch. Take it down a notch. There's a lot of people in the UFC right now that have been on roids, PRT, all that stuff. No contest has not been a factor in their career. So why are we going to start doing it with John Jones? Now he says positive. Vitor Belfort, prime example, has been on steroids. He's the biggest steroid head in UFC. But yet, he beat Rockhold, he beat Bisping, and then he beat Henderson, Dan Henderson. And it didn't get overturned. So we're going to do that with John Jones? I don't know. And I don't know if you take his whole career and it's tarnished. I don't know that either, because then we're going to tarnish a lot of other guys' careers. So I don't know. If you guys want to take it from there, that's my thought process. And I don't know if we just tarnish his career. Because he's got a perfect career, a perfect record, only one loss, and that's to Matt Hamilton, and that's an illegal elbow that's downwards, clockwards. I don't know.
Everything he's done is now looked upon as possibly illegal. So what do you mean? It's not just an illegal elbow. It's an illegal elbow followed by an illegal injection. Yes. Like, come on. The dude cheated. He got, he was suspended for how long last time?
2 years.
2 years? Okay, and then he comes back and does it again. I mean, like, come on. If I punched you in the face, you would know me as the guy that punched you in the face.
Yes.
And then if I walk back up to you and I punched you again, and you go, oh, I didn't see that one coming. Like, come on. The guy cheated.
100%.
The guy cheated. His legacy is now based on lies and cheats.
I mean, it's been like that pretty much forever now.
Even if you don't know if he was saucing during the other fights.
Okay, guys, if you watch John Jones' debut fight in UFC, Allen made a point, and I want you to make the point, that John Jones was like a stick figure.
Literally.
And after that, John Jones started getting like Jason over here.
But here's my whole big thing is, I think we're at a point now where if I was anyone that fought him from the first time that it was even, like, he just started getting big, I'd sue the guy. The guy really ruined people's careers. I mean, Alexander Gustafsson could realistically be the champion right now. And, all these guys that fought him when he was the champion.
Why not Shogun? Why can't Shogun?
But all these guys, that's what I'm saying. All these guys.
Did you see a picture of DC's face after the fight? Like,
it's just,
you can see where that kick landed.
I know, but he's ruining careers. The guy stole how much money? Like, if I was DC, I'd sue him. I would sue him for that entire purse.
Who are you suing? You're suing John Jones?
Yeah.
You're not suing Dana White. You're not suing USADA for posting that thing after the fight. No, come on. You're gonna sue John Jones?
Yes, he did it.
He's John Jones. You're suing regardless. You're not gonna sue anyone else. You're not gonna sue the people who. Come on. You're testing him, and it's coming after the fight, after he knocked you out. No,
John Jones did the crime.
I don't get it. John Jones did the crime, but what about the people who tested him? The test results should have been. Come on.
Look, I honestly believe that the second they test you, those results should be there right before the fight. It doesn't make sense to me. To me, it doesn't make sense to test before the fight and then results after the fight.
It sounds like a fucking business plan. It sounds like they didn't want.
Oh, they're a business.
It didn't. It sounds like they didn't want the pay-per-view to fall. That's what it sounds like. It sounds like they didn't. They wanted to keep it up, and they knew John Jones was on roids or whatever it was, and they just kept it up.
Besides him being banned, they say what kind of like financial penalties?
There is none. They're literally. He's gonna get his. He got his purse. He got that win bonus.
Yeah, can he get fined?
I mean, no.
Right now the fight's overturned. That's the first step.
But here's the whole thing
Oh
is,
man, they're gonna come down on him hard.
I don't think they will. I think that realistically,
should.
what's gonna happen
I think
next?
they will.
He's gonna go to Japan. He's gonna go to Japan and make way more money than he would have in the UFC because they'll pay.
I've seen those comments a
They'll
lot.
pay.
What's in Japan?
You got Ryzen. You have the Pride Rule fights. You have so many. The Japanese people love these fighters. They love them. They will pay.
With the
He will
steroid
get
heads?
in general. Anyone that's like this crazy fighter, he's a
They don't
crazy fighter.
discriminate.
Yeah,
It
they
doesn't
don't.
sound like it.
But here's the whole thing: is like he actually has a bigger market over there. But then he's gonna go probably live in Japan, fight in
And
Japan.
there's probably a bigger market over there.
I mean, for sure. But the whole thing is, realistically, there you can have Brock Lesnar against John Jones fight, no problem. They'll do it tomorrow even. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There you can have him fight any legend. Like, you understand how much money they pay if they let him fight Chuck Liddell? Chuck Liddell would do it in a second because he knows he's going to get a payday and the guy's broke. Tito Ortiz will do it in a second. All these legends will probably line up to try to fight him. Fedor will fight him. Miracle Krokop. Everyone will get that opportunity in Japan, realistically. But from here, his UFC's career, I think we can say is officially over.
Okay,
Oh, it's gone.
guys, we get that. We get that part.
UFC's
But
over for him.
his record, is it going to get wiped out? Are we going to do no contest?
He's not going to be a Hall of Famer. He's not going to be a Hall of Famer.
You can't be a Hall.
No,
Is it going to get wiped out? That's what I'm asking.
They're not good. It sucks because they're not going to. They're not going to wipe
Because
out.
you said it yourself. You're like,
I think they should.
Oh,
I said that the second it came out. Wipe this guy clean. Make it seem like he never existed in the UFC. You know, ban the guy from life. Any record he has, it's gone. Everything gone.
Yes, gone.
Gone. I don't want to see. I don't want to hear that he was a champion ever. Okay.
He's been saying that since I worked for him.
Not only that, but you can't be calling this guy the GOAT either. I mean, like, greatest of all
Yeah,
time.
he's off. He's not even the greatest light heavyweight of all time now. That's it. He's gone.
He was a light heavyweight moving like a flyweight.
Yeah, it's like the guy. We understand he is gifted as a human being, but why do you cheat?
He wasn't that gifted in the ring, obviously, because he had to cheat.
It's just why do you cheat? It's like you're.
Not only that, but he came back
Why do
saying
we
how
cheat in UFC? Are you kidding me?
Bro.
You don't know? You can't
Bro,
answer
not
that for yourself.
only-
It is a sport where you beat someone's ass in an octagon on TV. There's nothing that's a sport about that. It's not a sport. It sounds kind of like gladiators.
It is. I mean, you're.
Oh,
that's exactly what it is.
So why wouldn't you
It's
juice
legal
up?
gladiators.
It's legal. Okay, so why wouldn't you juice up? Why wouldn't you get as big as possible?
The
Why wouldn't
idea
you want
is
an advantage over
No,
your opponent?
Because it's cheating.
The idea
It's cheating.
is two people in a ring, and whoever is the best naturally to fight each other. Like, it's not like you're not
What about the
inventing
other
each
people?
other.
There's so many other people who've been on steroids.
Make
in this
examples
sport.
of them all. You're not
Yeah.
gonna weed it out until you show some real.
So then they
talent.
all should be no contest.
But here's the thing. We kind of are making an example of Vitor. Think of how many times he's got his ass beat since he's been off TRT.
Yeah,
Think of all the cheaters. Think of all the cheaters when they get off their stuff, how they got their ass beat. Junior Dos Santos, what happened to him after when he fought Stipe off the juice? The guy really looked like a child in there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? All these guys, once they're off the juice, I think it's made an example that USADA is amazing to put into place because all the juice.
USADA's almost done. USADA's almost done. Their like contract with the UFC is
Yes,
almost done.
but they're
And
gonna
not
renew
gonna
that. They're gonna renew that.
You think so?
And not only that, I was
Think
telling you
so?
that. You know how many people,
Dana White
how many
does not-
organizations are gonna line up to take that bid? If their contract goes up,
Oh, you think that? Yeah. Well, that's true.
there'll be a million. Are you kidding me? It's a profit. Like, oh my God, there'd be so many people lined up for it.
Well, think of how many times, like, it's these guys, like, you gotta think, everyone that's been caught, like, no one's really had an amazing career after they got caught. Who's had an amazing career since they got caught?
That's true.
No one.
That's very
Even the
true.
guys
That's
who get
very,
caught
very
for marijuana have bad careers. You know what I mean?
No,
Like,
which is ridiculous.
it is ridiculous.
Very ridiculous.
But, I mean, you know, but there's also an even bigger epidemic in the UFC right now, which is kind of killing main events and everything, is the fact that the health of fighters when they're cutting weight.
Yeah.
A
so
prime
sick.
example is what just happened with Borg, and it's just like, you know, you had it with Nunez. You had
Wait,
it.
Borg had a bad weight cut?
He got.
I heard he was sick. I didn't know he had a
but
bad
let's be
weight
real.
cut.
We both know it's from a weight cut. Everyone says they get sick. Like Nunez said, she got sick because she has her stuff. She was. They said 15 pounds over the limit the day before, and I know they can cut that weight.
Yeah.
But she knew if she cuts that weight, she's gonna be dead for the fight.
Pretty much.
Borg, like these guys, they all make excuses. Oh, I'm sick. Habib said, "Oh, I got really sick." Let's be real, Habib. We know when you had to go fight him, you couldn't handle the weight cut.
Well, he ate fucking, what was it, Masu? What was it? What
Tiramisu.
Tiramisu.
The night
He
before.
ate
But here's
Whatever.
the thing: it's a pretty big epidemic, and it's killing main events. Like we lost, like just to help these fighters, we lost the Borg DJ fight, and it's just like we need to figure out realistically a way for the UFC to have it where the health of these fighters are known like a week beforehand. Like you need to like put in a system because they're killing main events. We're losing main events, and it was kind of better in this aspect that now we actually have a main event for the next UFC that makes sense because there was I think it was Tony Ferguson against Kevin Lee was going to be the main event, and it's just like it's becoming an issue of
which would have been for the interim title, which is ridiculous. I don't think Kevin Lee deserves a.
Let's not go back on that. We already had that discussion.
I'm just saying that's ridiculous.
But like moving forward, I mean, DJ's got to figure out: what am I gonna do? Because supposedly he didn't get paid. Supposedly he's not gonna get paid. But
it's weird that you wouldn't pay the best fighter.
Oh, because he.
Yeah, we can't get into that. But the UFC doesn't view him as that for some crazy reason.
I don't understand how they don't.
Actually, I just looked at the pound for pound.
Did John Jones go down? He went to 3, right?
He went to 3. First of all, why is he still on there?
Yeah,
he should be off because JDS is off.
The reason why is because they still see him as a money making object, so they don't want to take him off until they're not making any dollars.
Listen, I don't want to see John Jones off that ranking. I don't.
He doesn't deserve to be on there.
I know, but I'm a big fan of John Jones still to this day.
You're the same guy. He's the same guy that if he was jury in the court and they said, "Oh," the guy was like, "Yeah, I killed her," you'd be like,
"Yeah, John Jones is good."
Yeah, John Jones is still a good guy.
He's still a good guy.
He killed her, but guys, listen, he's a good guy. I have no reasoning, but he's a good guy.
He seems like a nice guy. Like no,
there's nothing about him that seems nice. Okay.
Best pound for pound fighter is not John Jones.
Who is the best pound for pound fighter?
Oh man! Now we're gonna go into a completely crazy conversation.
Just wait. I want to hear it though, because I said strictly right now. I think the best pound for pound fighter is drum roll please, DJ Dillashaw.
Wait, DJ?
TJ. My fault.
This guy's even not even
his name.
Wait, TJ Dillashaw. Yeah.
And he's about to get his ass whooped in 217. Is that the UFC?
Jason thinks because TJ Dillashaw lost to Dominic Cruz, and Dominic Cruz lost to Cody.
Let's just say
Cody's gonna knock him out. But styles make fights.
Let's just say this real quick. Like, yeah, in Dominic Cruz, his style is. Let's not get into it. It's ugly. It's ugly. I made the reference. I made the reference that
masterful.
No, I made the reference that Dominic Cruz is his style is like that ugly girl at the party that keeps getting laid. I don't understand how she keeps getting laid,
but she keeps getting laid.
At the end of the day, Cody is
getting laid. Goes up and wins. So
he's going to be the greatest of that division.
Who?
Cody.
Got quiet.
Yeah,
I have nothing to say about that. That's
Cody
accurate.
Cody beats Dominic. Not only did he beat him, but he made a fool of him, danced on him, did the Michael Jackson moves. It was a pretty sweet fight. Couldn't be touched. And then and who did TJ lose to? Dominic.
I think TJ won that fight, but
I said the same thing to him. Watch the fight.
Even if TJ won the fight against Dominic, right? Even if he won that fight in a split decision in your guys' head, Cody versus Dominic was not even in anyone else's head. Cody had that by the balls the entire
prediction
fight.
Right now.
Cody wins that fight.
We gotta wait till it gets closer because we don't know what shape they're gonna be in.
November 4th is when that fight is.
And Cody will win.
Cody will win.
I think TJ can take him down and we'll figure out what happens there, but.
Cody took he stuffed all the takedown attempts of Dominic.
Yeah, but TJ's a much better wrestler.
He's a much better wrestler, but
I think Cody also has kicks and Cody doesn't.
Okay, since TJ's your pound for pound, who's your pound for pound best fighter? Demetrius. Actually,
that's pretty accurate.
Demetrius.
By far.
That's what I know when I said
Have you seen that guy move? That's what he meant by TJ.
Yeah. There's too many of these people.
Alright, here's the thing. I'll throw a wild card at you.
Let's hear it.
I think it's very hard to even go against this guy. I think because of the competition he goes against, I want to put this guy as the best pound for pound fighter. I think Daniel Cormier is the best pound for pound fighter. I think the competition he goes against is way higher at his class than the competition DJ goes against. And I think DJ's an absolutely amazing fighter. I put them 1A, 1B. But Cormier actually fights world-class competition, and
I don't think
beats
the competition's there for DJ.
that's the thing. It's not fair
But
because he's levels ahead of everyone. But it's just like,
when you see what he does to like the people, his opponents, he dances on them all. Like,
Yeah.
he's flying, doing somersaults in the goddamn ring.
John Jones is out of the rankings, so you're saying it's DC and DJ.
1-2. But it's like 1A, 1B.
I think if I had to go between them, I don't know. That's hard because DJ hasn't been fighting the best of the world. He hasn't. He's been fighting the best of his division.
But there is no best of the world at that weight class. He is.
But now we can make the same case for DC. Who is the best of the world in that division?
But it's like, it's not even saying that.
It was almost Conor McGregor. And then he had to fight Nate Diaz and fuck it up.
But the whole thing is, like, with a guy like DC, I mean, like, that competition, there's a lot of guys who could be the number 2 fighter. With that weight,
the 205 division is not that great right now. Vulcan, yes, but everyone else is kind of like, we got Gus, and then we got DC, and then we got Jimmy Manuel, who gets knocked out by fucking Rumble, and then also Gus. Take him out of the equation.
Why?
We don't have much.
But if you think about him, let's forget about
the
John
top
Jones.
tier.
Okay, forget about John Jones. Once you forget about John Jones.
John Jones is out of line right now. I'm saying DC.
Yeah, but once you get John Jones out of your mind, a lot of those guys get a boost up because their losses where they look like fools were against that guy. You know what I mean? Juiced up John Jones.
Okay, so John Jones is out.
I like that. He's got a good ring to it.
Juiced up John Jones. Juiced up JJ. You know what I mean? Like that's.
Okay, so then. So go on with your theory.
It's like
I want to hear your theory.
But here's the thing: Gustafsson doesn't lose to John Jones, right? He doesn't take that wear and tear on his body because that was a hard fight, you know. And he looked amazing against the juiced up John Jones. So
With an S. Yes. Go on.
okay, there's a whole big thing of, I think Gustafsson doesn't. If that fight never happens, think of how much less wear and tears on his body. The guy realistically is amazing. I mean, he still is amazing. Look at he's a world class. You have Woken, who's world class now out of nowhere, and I think Manuel's still in that conversation. I personally don't like Oven St. Preux, but he's in that conversation. Glover Teixeira is in that conversation. All those guys are in the conversation, and I think that division is just going to keep getting better.
Pre-John Jones, what happened to that belt? I want to hear it right now. Pre-John Jones, where was that belt going? It was hot potato with everyone else. John Jones gets in the picture. John Jones holds
But
it.
that's how good the division was. Yes, it was.
There's too many.
Yes, it was.
There's a good.
Okay, here's the thing. Rashad Evans was amazing. Okay,
By far.
he was amazing.
And he's at 185 getting his ass whooped by people like Smiley. What are you saying? You can't say Rashad right now. You can't say them.
But we're talking about those guys are past their prime. You're talking about how many years has John Jones had that title?
Exactly.
But that's the whole thing is juiced up John Jones had the title. He took it from people that were in their prime. Rashad Evans looked amazing.
Listen, the best of 205, it's DC. It's DC because he beat everyone.
But that's why we're saying that's why I think.
Let's do DC versus Vulcan. Let's change it up. Let's do DC versus Vulcan.
Well, I think Vulcan has to deserve it, but.
So then who do we put against Vulcan? You say Gus, right?
Gus. Realistically, you got to put Gus up there. Have those two fight for a #1 title shot. And then DC by the time that
so
happens.
You want to see Gus? Okay, so would you want to see Gus versus DC again?
Yeah, why not? That was an amazing fight. I had a great time watching that fight.
It was a good fight, but it wasn't the best fight.
I mean, the whole reason you're not saying it wasn't the best fight is because Gus isn't that big of a draw.
Gus is a draw. Out of all the other ones?
He's not a huge draw like John Jones is. Like, you were sitting on the edge of your seat when you're watching John Jones get hit in the face by DC. It was amazing. You wanted to see that. You enjoyed that. When you see Gus get hit by him, you're going to be like, alright, DC should fuck him up. You know what I mean? That's the whole thing. Vulcan for you is going to be a little different. Vulcan for a lot of people
Vulcan's awkward.
Yeah. It's going to be fun to watch, and that's a more exciting fight in my opinion.
Change it up.
But we'll see. I mean, since we're talking about the pound for pound best male fighter, we had arguably the pound. Well, let's not talk about Cyborg because she did cheat before. But let's talk about the pound for pound best women fighter. I mean, we got to see Nunes fight Shevchenko this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I thought Nunes won. He thought it was a robbery. I never got your take on the fight. Not even sure you watched the fight.
He was too busy watching Conor McGregor highlights.
More than likely. But
I actually did watch the fight. Nunes won.
Yeah, I think Nunez won the fight because I've always said this, and he, for some reason, will not get through his skull, is if you fight the champ and you're going to decision, you need to make sure you beat them by decision.
Yes.
You need to take those rounds.
He said a round goes to the champion just because it's the champion.
When it's
I don't want to hear that.
Even
All right,
round, when it's an even
You're
round.
talking about the UFC, a corporation that wants to make money.
It sounds like business right there. It doesn't sound like an actual win.
You just said
it's a
I know. I'm just saying. Like,
It's
so you guys are agreeing on what I said.
Yes.
Thank you.
But that's the whole thing is there.
So you're agreeing on what I said.
But the whole aspect is if it's an even round, like let's say we both hit each other 5 times,
They're gonna give it to the person with the belt.
they're gonna give it to the person. It's a known fact, and that's what they always tell you. Don't leave it in the hand of the judges.
You don't. Yeah.
But I mean, I won't lie.
But if you watch the highlights, you watch the fight, she got some good hits on him, man.
No,
She got
Nunez
some
took more
great
damage.
hits.
Nunez took more damage. Shevchenko did not look damage. But here's the thing.
That kind of reminds you of GSP versus Johnny Hendricks.
Yes, but the whole thing is
Yeah,
Nunez,
Hendricks won that fight.
Oh, but you don't think?
But wait. Hendricks was
won
pushing
that.
the pace in that fight. Nunez was the one pressing the action. Shevchenko standing up against the cage the entire fight, and Shevchenko got taken down. So I think that's where it swings to the champion.
Okay. So she outplanned her, but she got ass whooped. I don't
Yeah.
want to see that in UFC.
Okay, never watch a GSP fight in your life.
I don't watch videos.
Actually,
I don't like
wait.
GSP.
Okay, listen.
His name for
Wait.
president.
He's
For vice president.
He's English, but okay.
For king.
Prime Minister.
You gotta go with it.
But here's the whole thing. You got to remember this. Look, if you watch early GSP, he was finishing people. He was submitting people. He was amazing early on. And towards the end of the career, I mean, that weight class got really good.
It did.
Imagine, Big Rig was really good.
Big Rig was the
But I think he was probably juicy. Because,
overturned, huh?
I mean, yeah, but I mean, you saw it came in. What the hell happened there?
Yeah, I know.
The guys
doesn't
are
matter
fucking-
because he lost anyways.
But I mean, you have guys where it's like, you're the champion, and if you don't lose, like a Wonder Boy against Woodley didn't lose that fight. I wouldn't say he won either of those two, but he didn't lose either fight, so they're not going to take the belt.
That's true.
That's the thing. When you beat the champion, you have to beat the champion
You have
and take
to
it.
beat the brakes off the champion.
Like what happened with? I mean, realistically,
Cody versus
Cody.
Dom.
Yeah, Cody and
Has to
Dom.
beat the brakes
But
off the
TJ against TJ Dillashaw and Don Cruz is one of the only fights where I'll say the champion didn't get beat and he got his title taken away.
robbery. Come on, greatest of all time. And lower.
On the lower.
You have a lot of greatest of all time.
Yeah,
I don't understand how that works.
Fanboy.
Actually,
man.
I want everyone on the podcast to know that he doesn't think that BJ is one of the best fighters of all time.
I don't.
I think the guy
I could dispute you on that another time, but not tonight.
is just crazy.
That's like saying Matt Hughes isn't one of the greatest.
Yeah.
He is 100% Matt Hughes is.
Really?
Matt Hughes is.
Really? And then what did BJ do to that guy?
Okay, so what was the second fight? They fought twice, right?
I think they fought 3 times.
3 times?
Yeah, I think he's won 2 out of 3.
Okay. I don't know. Get me off. Get off.
Okay. You understand that he literally left his division to go just beat the shit out of Matt Hughes? And then he won his
Listen,
belt.
I don't know much about BJ, I'll be honest, but I'm not a BJ
He
fan.
made the 155 division. You know the division we love watching because there's like Conor McGregor guy in it? Yeah. Actually, speaking of 155, there's a guy that I remember was the 155 champ.
Great topic go on.
There was a guy who was a 155 champ that's now at 170, who I think deserves a #1 title shot. Not deserves to fight for the title now, but deserves a fight for the #1 title shot.
When does he deserve to fight?
I think he deserves the next fight to be for the #1 contender.
For the #1.
Yes, and
So what is Jorge Masvidal versus Thompson? What is that? That's just for fun? That's for fun, guys?
it's tough.
That's
man.
for fun, guys.
It's tough because I don't think we're ready to see a Thompson against Woodley part 3.
I would love to.
We're not ready
The first
yet.
fight was great. The second fight is the same Woodley we've seen versus Maya. That's a Floyd Mayweather.
Fights all over.
Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. Guys, load up Jose Aldo against McGregor. Fuck it. Let's load up everyone.
I would love
Let's
to.
load up
I've
everything
been
we've ever
saying
seen.
Jose versus McGregor again?
Yeah, I would love to.
Hey,
and I think Jose
13
might
seconds
have.
13 seconds isn't
They're
enough.
not gonna give it. They're not gonna give it to him.
Listen,
13
if you
seconds.
fight someone and you knock them out in 13
Yeah,
seconds,
no,
they didn't
that
get a
was
chance to
tense.
fucking act.
Yes, they. No,
They caught him on the
I
chin.
completely agree that it was a complete robbery for Jose, but
Oh, okay.
but
The biggest McGregor.
What's that sound?
can
I don't know. That's
but But this guy's drunk. He's drinking.
He's drunk
drinking
on a
Bud Light.
platy.
I'm drinking absinthe, and he's drinking.
Wow, this is getting sloppy. Go on.
Absinthe.
Absinthe.
He's very politically correct.
Yes. And all right. So as I was saying, it went 13 seconds. They're not going to give him another shot at 13 seconds.
You know what? Bring Dennis Seaver back against the Let's run that back. Let's run that one back. Here's the whole thing. Look, moving forward, we don't know anything. We don't know anything.
That doesn't sound good on the podcast.
The UFC will do whatever the fuck they want to do.
Yep.
And it doesn't matter. Look, I think that he's the best fighter. You know what's going to happen? The guy who's ranked number 9 is going to somehow fight for the belt. Because that's just how it works in the UFC. You understand? We saw a 46-year-old man fight the champion when there was a long list of guys that deserve a title shot. And that guy was like,
I don't want to hear it. Dan Henderson, right?
I love Dan Henderson, but look.
We wanted to see it, though, as fans. That's the thing. They want to make fan fights.
They make money fights.
Fuck it. You know what I want to see? You know what I want to see?
You sound like
I want to see Brock.
Make money.
I want to see Brock Lesnar fight McGregor. Let's make that happen.
Brock Lesnar.
I want to see McGregor versus Nate Diaz.
Demetrius at 135.
No, how about
Twilight
just ship John Jones and Brock Lesnar to Japan and let them fight.
Yeah, wait, we should do a crazy tournament, okay? Okay, look. Brock Lesnar's in it. John Jones.
We gotta put TRT.
Yeah, we'll put Vitor in there, even though you'll die.
For shits and giggles.
Fedor's in it. Mirko Krokop's in it.
Krokop's in it.
Let's throw Tito Ortiz, Chuck Liddell, Chael Sonnen, Silva,
Leota
Madrida on steroids. Fuck it. Let's put McGregor on steroids and throw him in there.
No, new segment. Fuck that. Who is the biggest steroid user of all time in UFC history?
Brock Lesnar.
No. Okay.
Oh, so we all got different.
If you're saying in quantity wise, it's probably Brock Lesnar.
No.
He's a big boy.
That's in general. Who is the biggest?
John Jones.
Well, steroid user or just a legal substance?
What a hater. Yeah, no.
Or Vitor Belfort.
Anything. Just like a
cheating?
upper advantage. Yeah, cheating.
Vitor
Well,
or...
think of how many times both Diaz brothers got in trouble for marijuana.
No, that's not cheating, bro.
Realistically,
Stone.
it's got to be Vitor.
Yeah, Vitor, definitely.
It's
You said John Jones. We have it on the podcast.
Yeah, but it's
Vitor or John Jones.
It's got to be
Vitor.
Users. Subscribe and comment below.
It's got to be
obviously TRT.
It's got to be. Dude, I've watched every single UFC from 1 till now. I went through a whole list of it. Vitor was literally a walking bodybuilder, knocking people out.
Yep.
Like, when he went against Vanderlei Silva, it literally looked like a block of muscle just throwing punches. He had the wrestling shoes on back then because you could still wear shoes.
You kick him in the
boom, 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 and then literally Vanderlei Silva's leg against the cage like this. And then he walked in like pec bouts, and he literally had bigger pecs than Arnold Schwarzenegger had back in the day, okay?
Yeah, he did.
Then you look at him like 3 years ago once USADA came in, and then it's like,
oh, they fucked him. But Wyman really fucked him. Wyman was like, yo, test him extra. And the next thing you know,
Wyman fucks him up.
Yeah, Wyman beats his ass. So, shout out to my neighbor, by the way.
Wyman gets his ass beat.
Let's not talk about that.
Yeah, I don't want to
Let's not talk about that.
You guys are sensitive on the topic.
Shout out to we got to see Weidman choke a guy out live, even though the guy was way smaller than him.
No. He was.
I'm pretty sure.
He was, but it's still like, don't.
There's a picture circulating with you hugging Luke Rockhold.
Yeah, wait. Can we talk about that? Wait, he was texting me the whole time saying,
this guy's
Luke Rockhold's here, Luke Rock! I took a picture with Luke!
This guy's all high and mighty about Chris Weidman, but he takes pictures hugging, kissing on Luke Rockhold. I don't know.
Listen, if Luke Rockhold gives you a hug, you gotta hug him back.
No, you say, fuck you, Luke.
No, you don't say that at all. You hug him
I like Luke. I like Luke.
You like Luke? I didn't think he would.
My favorite Luke moment, you guys ever see that press conference of him bisping? Where he's like, if you see it, you believe it,
yeah, you go, shut the fuck up. Every other help. So I was like, yo, come on. No, my favorite ever Luke Rockhold moment is when he's with Nate Diaz, and Nate Diaz is throwing gang signs, and Luke was
He was like, what?
He clapped his hands. It's like, what?
I don't know what to do with my hands. He's like,
man. Alright, that's it for MMABuzzed. It was a great time having you guys. Subscribe, like, view, please. And, yeah, until next time.
Until next time, guys.
Until fucking next time.